in improv, there is no such thing as a bad idea. Anyone else got a really mean inner critic? So instead of Leslie saying, I have an emergency at my house, it's more interesting if she says, hi everyone, my name is Penda Smith. I'm really happy to be here today. The workshop that we're going to be discussing today is called Write Well through Improv, and this is going to be a generative poetry workshop. So I am a little bit about me. I am a Cave Canem Fellow, Hedgebrook Fellow, Sun Valley Writers Conference Fellow, Vona Summer Retreat Fellow. Honestly, all the fellowships. Why do I like doing fellowships? Because I like to be flown out and going to nice places and look at the stars and just write. So as a part of my writing journey, I realized that I had a lot of insecurities. I had a lot of things in my life that was blocking my creative process. So one day, after getting my heart broken, because I'm the type of person, if I get my heart broken, I have to learn a new skill. I randomly showed up to an improv class and I was like, hello, I am here. And that was about a year or two ago. And from then on, I've been doing improv. And I realized that doing improv really helped to free my creative process and made writing poetry so much more fun. So, like, in my opinion, and I mean, maybe someone you can also share, I think writer's block is really an inner artist critic, right? So I don't know about y'all, but like my inner critic is so mean to me. My inner critic is like, you're not good enough. You suck. Give it up. Get a real job. A 5-year-old could write better than you. Anyone else have an inner critic that's like talking smack in the background?
My inner critic tells me that my friends are just humoring me and they're not, and my poems aren't really that good.
Oh,
Oh,
anyone
that's
Oh
not
else?
yeah,
good.
she's a heifer. She's not very nice at all.
Not nice at
Uh,
all, right? Anyone else got a really mean inner critic?
Yes.
yeah,
What's
sometimes
your
it's
inner critic?
hard.
What is your inner critic saying to y'all?
Give up.
Well,
Give up. You suck. Do
Yes.
something
yeah.
else. Debbie,
Yes.
Debbie, what about you?
Sometimes it's hard if you get like you're workshopping and you get some good feedback and then you're like, "Oh no, I got to get rid of like half my poem." You're like, "Oh no." And then you got to brainstorm. So then that stumps me sometimes, but I'm just like, "Okay, that's fine. You just got to get through this."
Just got
So,
to get through it. Oh, I love
yeah.
it. Okay, so the reason why I got into improv and like mindfulness, right? Because I think there are similarities between improv and mindfulness, is that in improv there is no such thing as a bad idea. The main thing is yes and active listening and for us to have fun. I know that we are all in different levels in terms of improv, so here are some of the basic rules because we are going to go into scenes in about 1 minute. So the basic rule is number one, this is the most important rule. Yes, and, okay? Yes, and. So for example, right, if I say to Mia, I am so irritated that you showed up to my house unannounced, right? Mia's going to say,
Well,
yes,
I had
and.
an emergency at home, and yours was the house right next to mine. I didn't have anywhere else to go.
That's perfect. That's amazing, right? Because Leslie is accepting the conditions, right? Leslie is accepting one, that I'm irritated, and two, that she showed up to my house unannounced, right? So if we wanted to kick up the scene more, we would be specific, right? So Leslie, what's the emergency?
My kitchen's on fire.
Okay, and I'm irritated, right? So I would respond, okay, I get that your kitchen's on fire, but I'm enjoying my time watching Love Island right now. So I need you to leave, right? So we have in those short lines, we have a location, which is at a house. We have the stakes, which is Leslie's kitchen's on fire, and we have characterization, right? What type of person am I in that scene?
Not very caring.
Not caring, right? So for the entire scene, it does not matter what Leslie says, I'm not going to care. So if Leslie, tell me something else that happened in your house.
Well, can I interject something real quick though too? But you might
Yes,
not
for
trust
sure.
Leslie. You might not trust Leslie. And so, oh yeah, your kitchen's on fire, sure. So there's a couple of ways that that could go too. But
For
what
sure.
else is going on in my house? Um, the reason my kitchen is on fire is because my phone fell into some food that I was frying, and I don't have a way to call the fire department. That's why I came to your house.
That has nothing to do with me, Leslie. And actually, I have a FaceTime video with my boyfriend in about a couple of minutes. So I'm going to need to leave. It does not matter what Leslie says to me. My goal is to get her to leave, and I just don't care. Now, Leslie, you're absolutely right. Like, it could be something where I don't trust you, but in improv, especially for the beginning classes, we want to make it as simple as possible, okay? Some of the best and most funniest scenes are super simple. So, again, yes, and we're saying yes to everything. We are actively listening, and our job is to make our partner look good, right? So, for example, if I say, Leslie, why are you showing up to my house unannounced? Leslie shouldn't say, I'm not at your house. We're actually at the grocery store, because that doesn't make us look good. It gives kind of confusion. Okay. Another thing that's really important is we are not going to ask questions. So instead of saying, Leslie, why are you at my house? I'm going to say, I am irritated that you are at my house, right? We're not here to ask questions. We're here to just add new information. The other thing is to embrace mistakes, right? There's no such thing as a mistake. So if a mistake happens, we embrace it and we go along with it. Because there's no script, okay? I don't know what Leslie's gonna say. She doesn't know what I'm gonna say. And one thing I notice is that when I'm in scenes with people, if I try to predict what they're gonna say, usually it makes it harder for everybody, right? Focus on character and relationships. So in that scene, I'm irritated and I don't really care too much about Leslie, right? I mean, obviously I care about Leslie, I care about you. But in the scene, I don't care too much about her. So no matter what she says, I can stick to my guns. No matter what she says, I'm irritated. 7, be specific. So instead of Leslie saying, I have an emergency at my house, it's more interesting if she says, my kitchen is on fire. Does that make sense? And most important, have fun.